as sheep which have no shepherd, no leader. And the Most High said unto Moses, take thee Joshua, the son of Nun. That's what we're going into the book of Joshua. Take ye Joshua, the son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit. A man in whom is the Spirit. It's very important that you see this, because everyone don't have the Spirit. That's what he said. Take Joshua, son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay thine hand upon him. That's why it's very important to understand spiritual things. Because what did the Most High say? Take thee Joshua, the son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay thine hand upon him, and set him before Eliphaz the priest, and before all the congregation, and give him a charge in their sight. And thou shalt put some of thine honor upon him, that all the congregation of children of Israel may be obedient, may follow just what Joshua says, and follow first and foremost the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. And he shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall act counsel for him after the judgment of Urim, before the Most High. At his word shall they go out, and at his word they shall come in, both he and all the children of Israel with him, even all the congregation. And Moses did as the Most High commanded him. And he took Joshua and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation. And he laid his hands upon him, and gave him a charge as the Most High commanded by the hand of Moses. That's how Joshua came to power. But let me show you the connection of the Most High and Moses. Go to Numbers, the 12th chapter. We'll start at verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron, this is Moses' sister and brother, older sister, older brother. Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. And they said, this is what they said, and this was important, not concerning the Ethiopian woman that he married, even though they're speaking against her. This is what they said. And they said, hath the Most High Yahawashi indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? Haven't he spoken by us too? And the Most High heard it. The Most High heard this. When he said, hath the Most High indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? And the Most High heard it. Now the man, listen at this. Now the man Moses was very meek, very humble, above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And the Most High spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out, ye three, unto the tabernacle of the congregation. Told all three of them to come out to the congregation. And they three came out. And you'll see, because a lot of people go here and say, okay, well, Moses married the Ethiopian woman. They was chiding against him, or arguing against him because he's married to the Ethiopian woman. But I'm going to show you that in verse 2 is what is important. And they said, hath the Most High indeed spoken only by Moses? The Most High only dealing with Moses? Mashiach only dealing with Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? Isn't he dealing with us the same way, dealing with Moses? And the Most High heard it. Let's see if we say anything about the Ethiopian woman. Verse 4. And the Most High Yahawashi spake suddenly unto Moses, once he told all three of them to come out into the to come forth. And the Most High spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. Three of them came out. The Most High came down in a pillar of a cloud, while Mashiach Yahawashi. We got to prove that, so you know. I'm going to keep saying his name so you'll know. This is where we at. Go to 1 Corinthians 10, start at verse 1. 1 Corinthians 10 and 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, not knowing this fact, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea. That cloud is a chariot that led us in the day. Let me prove that. Under the cloud, which is the chariot, a vehicle of the Most High. When you read Psalms 104 and 3, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot. Okay? So it's a vehicle. Like what they call a flying saucer, they call them a UFO, we call them IFOs, identified flying objects, they call them unidentified flying objects, because the heathen are just made it the size of heaven. We're not. That's why we sung the song, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, what did I see? A band of angels coming for me, because that's the way the angels travel, in the chariots, or the clouds, or the pillar of fire by night. So, going back to 1 Corinthians 10 and 1, moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, the chariot of the Most High, the vehicle of the Most High, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea. And did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Mashiach. Okay? So here he is right here. As we're reading about Miriam and Aaron talking against Moses, and the Most High, while Mashiach Yahawashi heard him and told him to come, all three of them to come forth unto the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 5. And the Most High, while Mashiach Yahawashi came down in the pillar of the cloud. Remember, the cloud is what? He made the clouds his chariots in this vehicle that came down. And stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. Aaron and Miriam came forth. Remember, they talking about, they say, is the Most High dealing with us? Is the Mashiach Yahawashi dealing with us just like he dealing with Moses? Listen, and he said, hear now this, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Most High, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. That's Job 33:14. Job 33:14. But the Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he opened up the ears of men and sealed their instruction, that they may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. See, a lot of people, they don't want to listen. That's why he instructs them in a vision or a dream to hold that pride away from them, let them know it's him. That's why you got to give all glory to the Most High for everything. But some people get it and they allow people to glorify them. Surely we can, exalt, we gotta exalt each other, but we gotta give the glory to the Most High. Listen. He said, if there be a prophet among you, it's Numbers 12 and 6, I, the Most High, while Mashiach Yahawashi, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream, that we just read. My servant Moses is not so. See, I'm not dealing with Moses like that. Who is faithful in all mine house. With him, Moses, will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Most High shall he behold. Who is that? Of Mashiach Yahawashi. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Most High was kindled against them, and he departed. See? You got anger. And that's how the Most High deal with those of his prophets, those of his men that he have brought his spirit into. When people go against them, then the Most High get angry. He get angry because some of us are on a certain assignment. Everybody not on assignment of the Most High. Some people are just learning this and they just dealing with formality. But some are on a certain assignments. Listen. While you wonder why, you figure it out. You don't want to ask her, you figure it out yourself. It says, Verse 7, my servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. Very faithful, diligent. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Most High shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Most High was kindled against them, and he departed. The Most High got angry, and he departed. Mashiach got angry, he departed. Remember, don't get it twisted. Some of you say, okay, well, Mashiach told us this in St. John 10:30. I and my Father are one. They agree. So, Most High angry, and Hamashiach is angry. Most High is happy, Mashiach is happy. Trust me, you better understand this. This real is real as real can be. This ain't no joke. Look what Mashiach said in John the 6th chapter. He said in verse 37, it says, all that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. For I came down from heaven, not to do mine own will, but the will of him that sent me. And this is the Father's will which hath sent me, that all that he hath given me, I shall lose nothing, but should raise it up again at the last day. And this is the will of him that sent me, that every one which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have eternal everlasting life. And I will raise him up at the last day. Raise him up. Verse 44, no man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him. The Most High is drawing men to him. And I will raise him up at the last day. See? That's what he says he's going to do for us. St. John 5, verse 19. It says, then answered Mashiach and said to them, verily, verily, truly, truly, I say unto you, the Son of Man, the Son can do nothing of himself. He can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do. For what things soever he doeth, these also doeth the Son likewise. I don't say I and my Father are one. Whatever you see the Most High do it, Mashiach do likewise. For the Father loveth the Son and showeth him all things that himself doeth. He loveth Mashiach and showed him all the things that the Most High doeth. And he will show him greater works than these, that ye may marvel. See? He told us also in St. John, the 14th chapter. And verse 10, he says, believe thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, he already showed the action that he done is what he see the Father do. That's the action that he done. He says, believe thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me. He doeth the works. He doeth the works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. See? So the works that the Most High does is the works that Mashiach done, and the words that the Most High speak are the words that Mashiach spoke. Going back to Numbers, the 12th chapter, just showing you how powerful Moses was with the Most High and Mashiach. Yet still, he didn't get a praise and the glory and the hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah to the Most High. And the Most High told him through a Mashiach, speaking to the rock, and he's going to bring forth his water. He said, how long we got to bring forth this water? And he hit the rock instead of speaking to the rock. And sanctifying the Most High, giving the Most High all the glory for bringing forth his water out of the rock. Oh, but you think the Most High gonna let you slide for this, let you slide for that? Oh, Most High know my heart. Where you get that from? You learn that in religion and so forth. Most High say the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. But you still thinking that way. You had that mindset when I'm showing you Moses. This going right in what we went into last night. Oh, the Most High can't touch you, huh? This is Moses. And you hear what he said? He said, we got to go back over it again because some of you might missed it in Numbers 12. He said, you know, he speaks to everybody else in vision and dreams, right? And directs their path to take away their pride. Verse 7, my servant, this Numbers 12 and 7, my servant Moses not so, who was faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. No parables, straight up. Almost, this is what you say, this is what you do. You ain't got to figure out nothing. That's what he's telling them. Not in no dark speeches. And the similitude of the Most High shall he behold, Mashiach Yahawashi. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Most High was kindled against them, and he departed. See? He said anything about the Ethiopian woman? Nah. He dealt with what they said in verse 2. And they said, Aaron and Miriam and Aaron, hath the Most High, while Mashiach Yahawashi, indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? Most High, while Mashiach Yahawashi heard it. Verse 9, and the anger of the Most High, while Mashiach Yahawashi was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. The chariot came from off the tabernacle. But remember, when he's leaving, he's angry. He's leaving in anger. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. He turned her white. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. She was leprous, white as snow. He had turned her white, just like the palm of your hand. You see people right now, they call it, what they call it, vitiligo. Esau called it vitiligo, but it's really leprosy. When your pigment like this starting to churn like this. I seen a brother, I haven't seen anyone as leprous as he was. It was all on his head. He was bald headed, and you can see it was just everywhere. And black, patches on his hands, everything was all over. But you can see he was dark, but you can see that, really white skin was starting to come through. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. Now that's white in the Bible. White people like to call themselves white as snow, because they're clean lepers, because they're leprous all over their body. And they can get leprosy too. You ever seen them with leprosy? They be patched, they get real white. White as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. You read about leprosy in Leviticus 13th chapter. Say, and Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my power, my master, I beseech thee. See, he ain't, look at this. They ain't all talking about Moses now. It said, Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my power, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us. So it's a sin to be white. Look, that's what it's saying, right? Miriam became what? Leprous? Say, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead. So to be white, it says, let her not be as one dead. It's to be like one that's dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Most High, while Mashiach saying, heal her now, O Most High, I beseech thee. And the Most High said unto Moses, That's why you got to understand this, women, especially women, because the Most High could have did, why come he didn't do Aaron like that? But he did Miriam like this. He didn't do